beautiful Augusta, Georgia, and it's 9 o'clock. Actually, it's 9:01. We're 60 seconds late for Good Morning, Good Shepherd. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well this morning. Hope you had a great and safe Thanksgiving. Sissy and I went to the beach with our two puppies, Alexis Valentine and Lily Bell, and we sort of hunkered down in place there and had wonderful fruit de mer, I guess it's called, seafood for Thanksgiving, along with the usual traditional turkey. So we had a great time. Weather was great. Hope all of you stayed safe. Andy, what did y'all do? Did y'all hunker
we
down?
stayed at 3521 Nassau, and with my two dogs, Regina and Walter. And we had 3 people come and dine with us, and we had a grand day, and it just could not have been better. So it was fine. It was different, but it was fine.
Yeah. How about you, Jenny?
Well, I planned to stay at 2333 William Street, but Kay Allen invited me to dinner, and since she's in my bubble, I did that and had a delightful meal with Kay and Liz Griffin, and that was very nice.
That sounds
Very
nice.
Yeah,
nice.
that was an operative word there. I'm glad you said that. You know me and my strict adherence to mitigation strategies. That if you can stay in your bubble, it's okay to enjoy each other's company. If you go outside the bubble, well, okay, it's a little bit of roll of the dice and everything. But Andy, it sounds like it was a great day for puppies for Thanksgiving. I know
They managed to nibble
Beautiful.
along the way.
nibbled along the way. Yeah, Alexis and Lily developed quite an appetite running around. Well, let's see. Thanksgiving, and then Friday, Saturday, and the first Sunday after Thanksgiving is, help me with this, it's...
Starts with an A.
it starts with an A at the beginning of the alphabet. Somebody raised their hand. Who was that?
Just compliments on Andy's dog's name. Just have a great name for a dog, Andy.
Sure, thank you. 2 of them.
How did they get those names?
Well, they're rescues. Glenda got online. We wanted a dog. Ours had died. And so 2 years ago, she got a message from a couple that they had picked up these 2 strays roaming around Daniel Field. And they're part Corgi, one's part Shepherd, and the other is part Border Collie. They're the strangest mixes you've ever seen. But we gave them a good home, and they've been ours ever since. And Glenda insisted on naming the female, Regina, she's the mixed shepherd, Regina, which means the queen. And she is the queen. Walter is a short little Border Collie mix, and Walter is perfect name for him.
I should say it was Walt Sprouse who said you had
All right, but Walter was named for the Jeff Dunham character, Walter, if you've never seen Walter on Jeff Dunham. So that's where Walter came. He's a bag of love, that's all he is.
I think they're great gifts from God.
Yes, they are.
Angels in disguise. So it is Advent, and we have got an Advent plan for the people and anybody else around that's got access to the internet and all those sorts of connections. The staff, everybody's been working extremely hard during the month of November to prepare the best Advent experience that we could possibly come up with. And it's going to be a little different. Oh, it's going to be a lot different. I think the pageant, Jenny, help me with this. Not only are there live children, they're live animals.
One live animal. Oliver the donkey, who is a rescue donkey. Michelle Derrick in North Augusta began rescuing donkeys, and now she has horses and dogs and goats and I don't know what all. A wonderful breast cancer survivor whose story was in the Chronicle a month or so ago. So we at the time we were looking for a live donkey and hadn't been able to find one. From 10 to 11. Yes. Okay. A question off camera. So the Advent pageant is being filmed by Roger. He filmed the Getchell children and Kate Tracy live at the farm, at the donkey farm, precious pictures. And then everyone else is being filmed here, the cast, the speaking cast, in family groups. And then Saturday, this Saturday at 12 o'clock. So eat lunch before you come. 12 o'clock, the animals and the angels and the cast will have a distanced, safe, outdoor group picture, God willing. So that's the plan. The costumes will be out here, marked for those who've already reserved them. And anyone who hasn't reserved can go to the shell, click the button, and see what's still available, and tell me what your child would like to be. And we have a few adult-sized costumes. So we always like to have a big shaggy dog and the big cow and
I thought you were going to say a big fat man. I was going to volunteer for that.
but they're precious costumes who people long before me made, and we continue to make wonderful use of. So it's going to be fun. We're asking parents to stay with your children masked until time for filming. And it will not take long. Roger says not over an hour, if that long. So we'll get here, we'll all listen to Roger and cooperate, get the film made, and then he will do the wonderful work he does, only he can do, and put that together for us. And it will start off the 10 o'clock lessons and carols on Christmas Eve, online.
Is it going to be in place of the sermon on the 20th?
Well, lessons and carols is isn't it? So yes, I don't believe there'll be a sermon the 20th. Am I right,
Oh,
Ron?
the 20th.
Yeah.
So, yes. So it'll be in place of the sermon on the 20th. Lessons and carols will go into Christmas Eve, and I just came up because Glenda wanted to correct Andy that it's officially Victoria Elizabeth Regina.
Oh, okay.
And she's indignant that you've not given her the royal honor she deserves.
Okay, Queen Victoria's been resurrected. So
See, this is one of the problems of live theater and live broadcast. When you say something, you better make absolutely sure it's right, because somebody's going to fact check.
particularly if it's your wife.
Well, and Sissy, hello, Sis. Good morning, darling. I love you. She has she pointed out a few little things, perhaps, that I have said or not said. So you get, oh, yes. But anyway, that pageant is going to be like a pageant like no other,
Right.
ever in the history of the Church of the Good Shepherd, and maybe the history of pageants.
Joe,
Yes.
if I may add, we've sort of relaxed the age limits because parents will be with kids. So, 3-year-olds are welcome to come be an angel, and older kids, middle school kids, whoever can get into a costume is welcome.
Yeah, and it's so dependent on Roger's production direction, cutting room floor, mixing, matching, blending, all that stuff. I'm just babbling because I don't know a word I'm talking about here.
You're right,
in terms of what
It sounds good. Keep on. It sounds good.
to me.
No pressure.
No pressure, Roger. The only thing I believe that I will miss with here, instead of being live in the church, is inevitably there is an angel or a donkey or a dog or something that goes wandering off down the aisle and underneath the seats and everything. And when we do the head count afterwards, it always seems to be we're missing one or two. But fortunately, that we can control that now. So that is going to be dynamite. Lessons and carols, of course, with Jim Nord and his crew. That's always dynamite. I've talked about it before. Jim and the choir and the men choir have done a Compline, which will be released the first of the week, and it'll be there forever. But this is a beautiful Gregorian chanted Compline, and this is really something to get you kind of contemplative and inside yourself for for some prayer, and you can do it over and over and over again. We're going to be live streaming one service every Sunday, and we'll live stream at least 2 of the services on Christmas Eve, or maybe, I haven't really decided exactly how that will work out, but we're back to live streaming more, and we'll start today. Andy's got that service at 9:30, and we're going to be having that available to folks that of the 48 to get in. Well, there's 49 is unlucky, didn't sign up in time. So we're going to try to make services more and more and more available. We will continue the morning prayer pre-recorded service, and that'll go at 10 o'clock on Sunday mornings.
Joe, can I mention one thing?
Yes, by all means.
If you're one of those 48 who sign up, and a day or 2 before time you realize you're not coming, please let us know, because there are people waiting to take your place.
Yeah,
That would help a great deal.
Yeah, since we're limited by convention to 48 per service, that's 96 on a Sunday, and that's far less than the 400 or 500 that we have been used to having. So yeah, if you can't make it, please let us know so somebody can move up. Also, an offering for Advent, as the case every Advent, is the Shepherd's Voice, and that's sitting in a basket. Let's see if I can do this without disconnecting myself. This has been a superb publication for, golly, I've lost track of time, y'all.
Long time.
Long time.
I like that. Is
Long
that like
time.
40 days,
That's like
40
40
nights, or
days.
40 years? This thing is beautifully put together by Cammie Jones and Jerry Chambers. And the articles are beautiful. There's a little surprise in here for you. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll find out for yourself when you see it. But these are available now. And we got a basket full of them, and they're available forever. They got some in here as well. But this is beautifully done. It's professional. The articles are superbly well written, and you will thoroughly enjoy this. And so it's a great way to start off your Advent experience.
And look at the cover.
And look at the cover.
And there's a handsome
what's
young
on the
man
cover?
on there.
Beautiful Good Shepherd children who
Indeed.
are carrying the animals to complete the manger. And so that's going to happen again this year. Watch the shell for the filming date. But this coming Friday, when the shell is published, you can go online and sign up your child to carry one of those animals or the baby Jesus to complete the manger.
But Jenny, I was talking about the offerings for the parish. When the shell came out, what was that, Friday? This Friday? I was reading through it, and I was reading through it, and I was reading through it, and I was reading through it. Tell us a little bit about the shell, because we have a lot of people who watch who don't come to Good Shepherd. Actually, they live in Spokane and this kind of stuff. So tell them about the shell. And yeah, Andy's got the 9:30 service. So that's right. So
Adios.
break a leg. Well, not.
We're gonna end at 9:25.
Okay.
So-
All right.
All right. The shell is, again, the crafting work of Roger. I try to contribute little tidbits to it, and it's a combination, young children, and middle and high school youth. It's all the information you need to know about the programs that are available. Gretchen Wolfe Pritchett's exegesis on the Sunday's gospel is always excellent,
expert.
and that is such a help to parents who are working with their children and trying to help them glean a little bit, because Gretchen knows children and she does a fabulous job. But we'd love to have you share that with people you know who might be interested in those articles. We had separate newsletters, and then about the time of the refresh in the Good Shepherd website and all of our logos. A new program meant that we needed to combine that and have all the information in one place. Parents don't have to go all over the internet to find what they need. And so, again, it's Roger's expertise that's making that happen.
Yes, no, absolutely. Shout out for Roger, because that thing is dynamite. I look at it every week. I was when it came out on Friday. I went through it, like I said. I looked at it. And I enjoyed the exegesis too, because I can steal some sermon ideas from that because it's so beautifully done, articulate, and the analysis is just spot on. And so I bring this up because so much of our experience of church is at home now. And with the future looking like we're going to be at home for a long time, this is an excellent, I guess, what do they say in school? It's not study guide. What do y'all do in school when you've got
Lesson plan?
Lesson planner. Yeah, thank you. That's what it is. It's a lesson planner to help you with your children and teach them God's Word and tell them the stories of Jesus. You can't see, but on either side of us here, there are two tables, and they are full of these things pre-made. And that is the Advent wreath. And Jenny's going to be in charge of that, and that starts today. You come in, and they're going to be making wreaths like for yourself and for people who are cannot come, who are shut in.
Right.
And thought we'd just talk about the Advent wreath just a little bit, because this is now, it's been a tradition since, the middle of the 5th century?
1920s from what I could...
From here at Good Shepherd?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Forever at Good Shepherd. I don't know, but it's a...
but the
ancient
yes,
tradition of wreaths and lights in the dead of winter to symbolize the light, and then the Christians adopted it and interpreted it for Christian use. And it is, to me, one of those things that makes your family events, you're teaching your children. Nothing teaches your children as watching you and what you do. So the Advent wreath on the dinner table is a wonderful way to light a candle each week, another candle, say a short prayer, and celebrate that time of Jesus being the light of the world and coming to us. Of course, it's always a circle for eternity.
Alpha and Omega.
And Alpha and Omega, and traditionally live evergreens to symbolize eternal life. There, of course, are other commercial now, because this has been going on many years, but it's many symbols within the wreath to have our children think about and ponder. One of the things in the atrium the kids like the most is lighting candles and blowing them out. And so that's, and they know to say we light the candle because to remind us that Jesus is the light of the world.
Roger, you had your hand up?
No, there was a book suggestion for Advent while you're doing your wreath, The Women of Christmas by Liz Curtis Higgs.
Say that again.
The Women of Christmas was a book suggestion for your devotions. I just thought that was cool.
Well, that's great. Well, we appreciate that recommendation.
There's lots of compliments to Ginny, too. And I think that's it. Oh, and there's also Women's Compline. I missed that. Someone wanted us to remind people that there's a Women's Compline coming, too.
Oh,
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. It's
Great.
more and more and more. Just keep the floodgates are open and everything. Sissy and I, don't let me forget her wreath, because I was instructed don't come home without the makings of it, and that's beautifully constructed there, but it didn't get that way by accident. And we do it every night when she gets home. We have we light the candle, the pups are there, and we usually have some sort of devotional, and so I will give a little shout out to what we have sent out, I hope, to everybody in the parish, or if you didn't get one, you let us know and we will send you one. This is put out by Forward Day by Day. I just pulled it out of my pocket so it fits real nicely in there. We've put out some larger ones in the past, and I was always wondering, I like to carry a Forward Day by Day with me or something in my pocket, and so I thought that we'd go with a smaller one here, and it's called Heavenly Peace. And it's a devotional for every day. It's short, a little prayer, and you light the candle. You can do that, and then people can add other things during that devotion time. But it brings people together. That's the important thing. Brings them together, brings the family together. Now, these candles are blue. I thought they were supposed to be purple.
Purple or blue? I always assumed the blue was an Episcopal tradition, but again, in reading, it kind of depended on what part of the country you lived in, whether the color of your plants that made the dyes that they used to dye the wax.
A practical
and
reason.
so some people had deep maroons and some people had lighter color reds, and now some people have blue. And why is one of those candles pink?
I think it's Gaudete.
It is. I'm so glad you're the one who said that.
I hope I said it right. I'm probably going to get some feedback if it's Gaudete or Gaudete or Gaudete.
We've got 2 minutes.
We got
Okay,
2 minutes.
So
okay, it's pink.
It's the third week that you light the pink candle, because that's the week of rejoicing within Advent. You're halfway to Christmas.
And that's what the word, it's the Latin word Gaudete, means joy. And that's in the collect of the day for that as well. And I'm sure the kids, because they say, okay, it's joyful and all. They're joyful because we're almost there to Christmas Eve and then Christmas Day. Now, I put a white candle in the middle.
Oh, right. Many
I don't see
people
one
do.
there,
We didn't have one the correct size for that wreath this morning, Joe. But if you remember on the font, there'll be a Christ candle in the middle. So Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, when you have your family celebrations, then you can light the white candle. And then a lot of people replace all of them with white candles to carry through Christmas.
Right.
Final words. Got 30 seconds.
We got 30 seconds. Well, we're about to go. Roger is, we're doing the live streaming. Roger's, like you've probably already heard, Roger is a man of many talents and many duties and many responsibilities. So we're going to end 5 minutes early today. Thanks for joining us. Have a great Advent Sunday. And
10 to 12 we'll be out here. You can buy your materials and take them home. You can buy your materials and make them outside. You can't see the greenery, but we have a bit of greenery. Linda Ware's just brought up some more.
Hey,
so,
Linda.
Come get your materials.
Okay, kids.
Happy Advent.
Lord bless you and keep you.